Thank you for joining me, guys. It's a very chilly January afternoon. I'm actually here at the local airport with my old Mercedes, but I'm not here to talk about that. Today, I'm going to change things up a little bit, and I want to show you my new to me 1956 Cessna 172. Yes, I bought an airplane, and no, I haven't got to fly it yet. And that's coming up here in a minute, but before that, I'm just going to show you around, talk about it for just a minute, introduce you to my newest vehicle, and then I'm going to get some gas, and then we're going to go take it for a ride. I'm pretty excited. I have my own airplane. It is indeed a 65-year-old single-engine, 4-seat Cessna 172. It has an 0300 6-cylinder engine that produces 145 horsepower. At least that's what it made when it was new from the factory. It's hard to know what it produces now. It's very dirty. I got it just a few days ago, and it's been cold and it hasn't been cleaned. As you can see, the paint looks in halfway decent condition. According to the logs, it was repainted in early 2000s, and my mechanic who gave it a look over said it was an excellent paint job. They removed lots of control surfaces and painted in areas that aren't normally painted. Some corrosion protection was done at that time as well, so I'm pretty happy about that. But we're gonna go take a look at the inside here real quick, and you're gonna see that it's a little bit more dated. The interior is not original, and it's not in terrible condition. You've got the back seat, there's a hat rack, and then there's some cargo in the back. And then the front seats are just pretty plain, but no rips or tears. It looks like 80s interior. The carpet's a little bit worse for the wear. I'll probably end up replacing some of the carpet at some point, but it works, you know, so I'm okay with that. Now let's take a look quickly at just the instrument panel. This is actually all pretty original. Some of these have been replaced, but this is a 65-year-old dashboard of a Cessna 172. It does have a newer radio, but it's just a VFR GPS / radio. It's pretty basic. It does have a newer ADS-B out transponder. Otherwise, it's a very plain VFR only aircraft. It's got manual flaps. You got to pull those up to do the flaps. It does have the dual rudders. It even has a manifold pressure gauge and oil temperature gauge. It even also includes a carb inlet temperature gauge, which is an option at that time. Otherwise, it's just a basic plane, but everything works, and I'm really excited about it. Get this thing fired up and take it for a spin and see what happens. This is gonna be cool. All right, so that's the inside. You guys let me know if you have any questions about, you know, how any of this stuff works, and I'll be happy to explain it. Otherwise, that's the gist of it. It's just a real basic plane. This is called the straight tail. This was the very first year of the Cessna 172, 65 years ago. All right, it's got updated wheels and brakes, so that's nice. It's got 18 gallons of gas per wing tank. Just a traditional fixed pitch propeller, air-cooled, 6-cylinder opposed engine. These are Venturis. They create the vacuum. There's one on each side. It's a Venturi. As the air moves, it creates a vacuum out for the instruments, so the gyroscopes will spin, and I'll have attitude and heading indicators based off vacuum-driven gyroscopes. Ideally, those will be removed here at some point. You can replace most of these by one electronic digital instrument that can go right there, and I can contain all that into one small, lightweight avionics that's built by a glass display built by Garmin. There's other manufacturers as well, but that could save up to 20, 30 pounds, maybe more, just by stripping all that and get rid of the vacuum system, get rid of those Venturis. Anyway, that's for another day, another video, hopefully. And I think that's enough about this thing. I think we just need to go see what it's like to fly. Let's go do it.
County Unicom, Cessna 6701 Alpha radio check.
I hear you. Clement County traffic, 9545 Foxtrot, turning final runway 22, Clement County traffic. Clement County traffic, Jack 121 from Charlie, turning left base for runway.
Alright, I don't know if you guys can hear me. This is the first time I'm flying this plane. I've already owned it, by the way. You catch on already. So this is the first time I'm flying, and I'm pretty excited. Now it's a 172, which I have hundreds of hours of this type. But none in a 1956 Cessna 172, and especially no hours in a Cessna 172 that I personally own. So it's a pretty big deal for me. I'm pretty excited. Everything seems to be running great, started up pretty good. It's kind of cold out, so I had to pump a little gas in there to get it going. So I'm going to do my pre-flight check. I'm going to wait for the pattern to clear, and I'm going to go ahead and do a normal takeoff, go out to just kind of the practice area here and just do maybe some slow flight, and just going to get a feel for the airplane, and then come in and do a practice landing, and if it goes well, maybe I'll do myself a little extra time. I'll do a second practice landing. All right, here we go, first takeoff. Keep an eye on my gauges, pressure's still good. Airspeed's 40, 50, looking for 65. Turns nice. All right, we'll get a little altitude here, about 2,000 feet already. Level off. Man, the engine is not getting too warm now. I'm a little cold. We'll see if we keep this short. Get to about 2,500 and maybe just kind of turn the plane a little bit and see how she flies. Feels pretty good. Pretty cold outside. Well, I like how it flies. Turns here. A little more power, getting pretty slow here. There we go. 2 notches of flaps. Hit it like that. Kind of simulate like a base turn. A slow base turn. I need to be here. Probably leave out the flaps until I'm on final, because it really gets mushy on low flight turns like this. Keep an eye out for traffic. Not bad. Got some traffic here. All right. I'm pretty satisfied, just for a little quick flight, just to see how she does. So far, I've survived. So I'm gonna go ahead and head back. I don't have a whole lot of time. Go ahead and recover. I'm gonna give it some power here. RP back in. Slowly loose the flaps. Same time, I'm gonna go ahead and descend because I'm gonna get back down to the airport.
Claremont traffic, helicopter 4 Victor Bravo 2 miles west, will be right traffic 22 Claremont.
All right, landing lights on. All the lights are on. RP, we'll defer. Otherwise, we're ready to land. I am number 2 in the traffic pattern. Land's kind of high. The air's very tall in this airplane. I'm not quite used to it. I think my seat might have been a little too close too. I felt like I was gonna press on the brakes as I touched down. But overall, I'm very happy with it. Very happy with the flight. Haven't got any traffic. Cessna 670 Alpha's clear deck. Never traffic. All right, lights are off. Nav lights off. This stuff strobe. We'll leave the beacon on.
Smile.
We're gonna go park. Awesome. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool. My first flight in my own airplane. This is my plane. Yeah, pretty stoked. Mags are off, master switch is off, radios are coming off. Thanks everybody, we'll see you next time.